Hi, this is Leigh Ambergy, stampwithleigh.com. I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Mentor, Ohio. Thank you for joining me on today's video. This is the card that I am going to be making today. But first I want to go over that I do have, since it is July, a new July PDF tutorial for the month. It features the Cheerful Daisies bundle, and you can receive this tutorial when you make a $25 purchase before tax and shipping on my online store, and you use July host code. You get the PDF tutorial, which includes pictures, all of the material used, the cutting, the size of the material, the measurements to cut the material, and step-by-step directions on how to assemble those 5 cards. Information on this is listed below this video on my blog. I also will have information on bonus days is back, and also there are new online exclusives. So all of that is listed below this video. So let's go ahead and get started with today's card. And for this card, it's a masculine card, and the stamp set is from the Charming Sentiments, and I have used the Countryside Corners are for these two die cuts, and also these Argyles are from All That Dies. And also this is the Pebbled Path ribbon, cardstock, and ink. I love this. Is a new ink color, and I love this new ink color. It's one of my favorites. So just to get, and all of the measurements will be listed. Again, they're below this video on my blog. So if you happen to be watching this from my YouTube channel, they're in descriptions. I have the link that you can copy and paste, and that will take you to this blog post, and you will be able to get all of the dimensions, all of the material used for this card. But I do have a very vanilla card base. And then for my, just want to show you for my layer here, I put my die cuts on here and cut those out. And this is a great way to make sure you're using all of your cardstock to your advantage, because this will be covered up. It can either be covered up on this side with the Designer Series paper, or when you put it on this side, you'd have to put it this way, it would be covered up with this. So yeah, you know, if you're using cardstock and you're like, gosh, I'm going to cover that and I need a die cut in that same color, use this. If it's going to end up being covered up, what the heck? Save your supplies. So now I do have the Pebbled Path textured ribbon. I did put this on here, and just so you know, I do not wrap my ribbon all the way around. Number one, it adds bulk, but more importantly, I'm saving myself some ribbon. So I don't wrap my ribbon around. I save everything. I want to get the most I can out of all of my supplies. So I am just going to, and then I always make sure I add a good amount of adhesive, or you can stick a glue dot on that area on the back, and that will keep it secure. So I'm just going to eyeball this, but I got to move it down so that I have my head right above it. And if my head peeks into the filming here, I'm sorry. So I have that down, and I want to show you a little trick. This ribbon will have right here a covering over it, this greeting right here. So to make sure that this ribbon doesn't go all wonky or wobbly on me, all you have to do is get a glue dot, and I know right in through here there's going to be something over that, and I just secure it down with a glue dot. Yeah, why not? Okay, so next I have already cut this shape, and that is from the new Countryside Corners dies. So that will be going over here. And this Designer Series paper is the, I'm trying to see, I think this has little numbers on it. It does. I think I'm going the right way. This is from the Let's Go Fishing Designer Series paper, and there is a like fishing stamp set that coordinates with this paper. It's all a suite. I did not care for that stamp or the dies, but I liked, and I did not care for the one side of the paper has like fish on it and things. I didn't care for that, but I liked the other side, the reverse side. So that's why I bought this paper. I liked what was on the other side of the Designer Series paper. I'm like, this is great, masculine type Designer Series paper. So yeah, I really, that's what I got it for. Okay, so I'm just putting on my little argyles, but I do want to stamp my greeting. I did not stamp that ahead. And my greeting is from the Charming Sentiments. It's a stamp set. It has coordinating dies that cut out around that, but I wanted to use the Countryside dies. And again, my ink is Pebbled Path. So I've stamped that on there. It looks kind of straight. So let me close my ink pad up so I don't get my fingers in it. Get rid of that. Let me move all of this over because I have my Stampin' Cut Mini, and that's what I'm going to use to pop this greeting out. Got my die. And I'm just going to get this lined up here how I think I'm going to like it. And I am just going to use some paper tape to secure that so it will not shift and move on me. Crank that through. That out of the way. Peel off my tape, use it again. My die out of the way. There's my greeting. Oh, and I did smudge some ink on there. All right, so this is going to my adhesive. So use whatever adhesive you want. I'm going to get this centered onto my Very Vanilla card base. It's 4 1/4 by 11. I'm going to pop this up with some dimensionals on the back. And then if you follow me on my videos, you know that very seldom do whatever I have shown as the original card. When I go to make that with you on this video, I always change it up some way. So I'm going to stay true to that. I'm going to change this up just a little bit. Okay, so there's my greeting. And what I am going to do is, I noticed on the classic matte dots, I have exactly 3 of the gray. So this is Pebbled Path, and I could use Pebbled Path. There is bling in the current ink color, but this is such a gray. I wanted to just use this gray. I did not want the other. I think I'm going to do it this way. I did not want to use that. I wanted to use this gray because I really like this. There, I'm going to do that. So there, I added some. So that's how I changed this up. I added some classic matte dots in the gray to that. So here's the card we did. This was done at a recent buffet card class I have, and then here it is again, and the only difference is I've added the classic matte dots to it. So that's it. Thank you so much for joining me on today's video. I hope you appreciate this this masculine card. It's very simple, very easy to make, and thanks for tuning in. Have a wonderful day. Bye.